Hi, this is Tad the Diet Coach, and today I'm going to do a little different video with us here. I got Christina Sellers with me and my wife Bernadette, and Christina is a psychic and she works, and I'll let her explain a little bit about what she does, but we're going to have a little different kind of a thing today where she does an energy healing on me and on Bernadette. We're going to do some readings. Some people don't. I don't know how some people have different feelings about psychic work. I really think it's fun stuff, and I think it adds some value to my life. But let me let Christina tell a little bit about what we've done in the past, because we've done one energy healing before, and we've done a couple readings. So tell everybody a little bit about what it is that we're going to do today from your perspective.
No, indeed. So thank you so much, Chad, and then Bern as well. I'm a metaphysical healer. I have been a clairvoyant since the day I was born. We all are spidey, is what I like to call it, right? We all have
spidey sense. I have my spidey sense. I don't know if it tells me the right thing.
Definitely. Like, just for instance, when you are driving and you're texting and someone says, look up, like that is your third eye. That's your chakra. We are all intuitive. We're natural intuitives. None of us are forsaken. One of the things that I love, I'm actually a private investigator, and I use my abilities to channel. We're all energy. We're all souls. This is just the Cadillac that drives my soul, right?
Absolutely, I love that.
Yeah.
Because I think I prefer maybe like an Aston Martin or
well, I'm really a Bugatti. I mean, you spend 5 minutes with me, I'm a Bugatti, right? Yeah, I'm a fire sign, I'm a Bugatti.
Yeah, right? Talk a little bit about some of these earth signs, because I know we've talked, and I'm air. I've been born
Definitely, you're a gem, you're a Gemini. One of the things is being metaphysical and being a spiritual teacher. I teach on astrology. You're a Gemini. Magical Sag. Not that I'm biased or anything, but anyway, yes, the elements. Being spiritual, I do channel my ascended master, who's our Lord. I'm very spiritual. Angels and so forth as well. They're non-denominational. They're a little bit different, and we can go into that on another segment. The difference between guides and angels and spiritual stuff and so forth. So that's another.
I find that stuff really fascinating, by the way. Right. Yeah.
But the elements that you guys were made from, you were made from air. Right? And that gives you your drive, your ability, that constant just flow of energy, right? Fire. And fires are amazing healers. I'm a fire sign as well. And these are the people that make blank happen, right? We make blank happen.
And this is what God made, the elements that he made us from, that you were saying, right?
Right. We have earth, wind, fire, and water.
And so the interesting thing is between my wife and I, I'm air, she's fire, and definitely she's added value and helped me sort of grow in many intangible ways. And so
indeed.
And so it's kind of interesting because it definitely follows suit with some of these things. And I definitely ignite some interesting passions with her. So
you do. And keep in mind, all of these elements work together, and that's what keeps us balanced as well. And just to go off, not into a tangent, but definitely, genuinely, we are given different guides with different elements to balance us out as well. We'll have, like, for me, instance, my guide Sophia, she's earth, and she stands directly in front of me too. So she's like, oh, you're gonna need a jacket. Go outside, but take a jacket.
It was interesting. I've told a couple of people this story, and because last time, I think it was about 2 weeks before the North Americans this year, a couple of weeks ago, you came in, we did it, my first energy healing. I really enjoyed it, and the first second you walked in, you said, oh, your spirit guide tells me you're moving. And we hadn't told anybody we were moving. So I was like, wow, I was blown back. I was like, how'd you know that? And you're like, well, your spirit guide told me right away. And I was like, wow. So there's really a lot of interesting sort of, that's an area that I'm really interested in learning more about. I'm sure
that connection that we have, I'm very mindful of people. I'm very cognitive of things. And what I'll do is I will do a meditation. We can all connect to each other. Like she was explaining today, when she thinks about her brother, ring, 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 he'll call. That's this telepathic connection that we have with our siblings.
With my brother.
All the time. Well, you're a twin too. So let's have a segment about that, right?
Yeah,
oh my God. I mean, you started off in the womb. I mean, there's nobody nobody else on this planet that you're going to have that
I know when
connection.
my brother needs me.
Always will.
Yeah.
Always will. There's no way that anybody's going to ever steal you and put you in a basement without him knowing about it. Ever, right? So.
Let's hope not, right?
well, he'll be there. Yeah. Or I'll be there. Don't worry. I'll find you.
Oh, there you go. Good. It's good to have friends, psychic friends in the world, right?
It's good to have a private investigator and a psychic friend, right?
Right.
But genuinely, I will be mindful of people all do this sort of like trance-like meditation, connect with their souls, because we are all one. We're all energy. And I'll say, okay, well, Kim, she's, it's about 8:30. Let me see what she's doing. Do the soul connection. Okay, she's asleep. I won't bother her. Now, Kim will feel that, and in turn, she'll call me at 10:10 when she wakes up. So we definitely do. We have that soul connection. And one of the things that I do as being a metaphysical healer is I do an energy healing, which is very, very familiar to the Reiki practice. Now, I'm not a Reiki master. I'm not a certified Reiki master, but I do energy healing. And what this is we have a multitude of chakras, right? But I work with the 7 that are little balls that are aligned across our spinal system. Each chakra ball, if it's a wheel, it serves a purpose. Each one is individually depleted of negative energy and replenished with universal light energy.
How does the negative energy come out? Is that something that we...
I will extract it personally.
Does our outside forces... increase this negative energy?
Oh yes, genuinely. Like I was explaining to her today, I try to stay out of the human realm as much as possible because that's when I get speeding tickets or parking tickets. But genuinely, I go back in, and if I say something negative, my throat chakra, I'll feel it. I'll feel it, and I'll say, gosh, that affects my speech, my ability to ask, my confidence level. And I need to make sure that my throat chakra is active and open and receptive. And if if I'm catty, or if I'm negative, or if I speak ill will, it will, and we have the ability. Fear brings in.
Oh yeah, that's
fear.
Yeah, I'm a big advocate of not making decisions based on fear in life. That you make them based on what you want to have happen, not based on what you don't want to have happen.
And we have to invoke that. Those vibrations that we put out there are recycled, just like air is recycled. Everything that we use that is provided to us is recycled. So if we are putting out that vibration of doubt, rather you being a fitness coach, when people come here and say, I'm fat, I don't like my body, they're putting that out there.
That's right.
They're putting that out there. They're putting themselves up for negative results.
Yeah, actually, I have a short list of special of things, of prerequisites that I have for new clients that come on, because I don't take everybody. And one of them is, the first one on the list is, I want people with positive attitude. I understand that we're going to be negative from time to time. Like that's just part of being in the world we live in. So I accept that. But if it's a consistent thing with somebody, then their life's going to follow that direction.
It will.
And I don't want to go down that vortex with them.
No, and that's exactly what it is. It's like, I'm safe, I'm fine. If I choose to throw a rope down there and trying to help you, I will. However,
absolutely.
I'm safe.
Don't take me with you.
I'm not going to scratch
One of the first rules you learn when you're doing with life savings. I don't know if you've ever taken junior life savings or life savings for swimming. When you go, is that you don't when someone's drowning, you don't go in there and just rush in and grab them. There's a particular methodology that you go in, and you take it from behind, or you take some kind of stick or some kind of thing you could throw out to them, pull them in first if you can, because they'll usually pull you down under with them, and they panic, and not because not intentionally, but they do it unintentionally.
Right.
They do it out of panic.
Right.
And sometimes I think people's lives are like this.
They're very, very, I call them pentacles. Being a reader too as well, I do the card reading. And one of the things that you'll see around people when they have that nervous energy is like a pentacle shape. And you'll see this emitting from them. And, a girlfriend the other day, I hadn't ran into her years, and she just was a country song, and I'm giving her a ride, and she needs a job. I said, okay, well, I can get you a job. And she's immediately telling me why she can't go to the job, and you see pentacles. And I just thought, okay, Christina, you just stop.
Yeah.
Just stop, because, again, I'm safe, I'm fine. We definitely want to help anybody that's in need. That's our purpose. We're servants. That's our purpose.
So this kind of healing, it sort of restructures or eliminates some of this negative stuff out of your chakras and replaces.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's just kind of like a chiropractic treatment for your chakra system. Each one needs to be balanced appropriately.
Well,
And
how often should you get this done? I mean,
that's a great question. As needed. As needed. And you will know too, you will know things that are afflicted and affected. Any type of personal crisis, of course, will knock you off your root. Your root chakra is going to be on.
What about moving?
Moving, absolutely.
Because we're in the midst of moving.
Absolutely, that will definitely affect your solar plexus.
Yeah, so maybe that'll be interesting to see what, as you do this on both of us, see what kind of effects the last couple of weeks have had since we've locked down our move to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
so.
And I can also show you how to do this on yourself. I mean, believe me, it's always nice to have someone else remove the negative too. But we have the ability, all of us do, with using our third eye chakra to heal ourselves. Our body is self-healing. And you in the medical profession will, I can have a soft tissue injury and I can go receive treatment, but within about 6 weeks without, it's going to resolve. You agree on its own?
Yeah, well, I find that the most I see that with is with depression and anxiety. I see the people that will get better, and then I see the people that just, no matter what I do, I can't heal them. Like they, yeah.
It's mindset.
Yeah. So it's the same thing.
Same thing. We've got our mind is so unbelievably powerful, and we have the ability to heal ourselves. Now, believe me, it's a ham sandwich. If you cook it for me, might taste a little bit better, right? And you serve it to me in bed, I'm gonna enjoy it. So definitely. But no, I love to do this. I feel that I'm very guided in doing this because I am balanced and where I'm provided with additional angels and guides for healing. I invoke them. I love to do this. I feel, anytime you get an opportunity to extract anything negative, just, like a hairstylist, they make you feel beautiful.
And I get that kind of sensation from when I train, when I work out. I have a hard time staying out of the gym, even though I preach to my acolytes, my clients that they need to take some planned time off after shows and things like that. And I do, but my planned time off is usually about a third of what I requested them. because I have to because I go in there and it's very, very cathartic for me. It's very, very healing for me to go in the gym and release the stress. And I think it's probably very individualized in terms of how each person has conditioned themselves to release their stress. I grew up, I started bodybuilding at 15, and so it's kind of like it's always been my outlet. So when I get stressed or I want to go to the gym and I want to just bang it out, and then when I'm done, I'm good. I'm like, I can release, I can let it go. I don't have to worry about it. I can just let those things go. But if I don't, as Bernadette could probably vouch, after about 3 days, I get a little irritable. I just naturally get a little irritable.
Yeah.
I get antsy. I'm like, I gotta be doing something. Like, what's going on? Like, I was like, so
it's a build up.
So for me, it's a very cathartic sort of release for me, and I also feel that it really helps me emotionally and spiritually to be active in the gym and use my body. The sad day will come. It will be a sad day if I ever get to the point in my life where I can't do that. I can't go to the gym and train. I hope that day never comes.
Yeah, it never came for Jacqueline. Why would it come for you?
Yeah. I hope not.
Yeah, no, definitely. And one of the questions you said, how often, and it generally is an individual practice. It depends on your, what you do for a living, how often ideally you want to have this type of maintenance done monthly, weekly. But if you're somebody like in law enforcement that's always under attack, perhaps those things in your absorption level too.
You're always getting this negative energy coming at you.
Some people can deflect that. Others are empaths and they suck it all in. So.
Well, let's do some healing then, and we'll see. All right.
Okay,
good.